The following video has been Fatboy approved. These are the shill-free opinions of Fatboy. Every product reviewed is bought and paid for by Fatboy. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy. Welcome in the Fatboy Fragrance Reviews, and it's a happy Monday to you. I hope you're having a great day. Of course, you know who I am. I'm Mr. Fatboy, aka the realest man in Fragcom, aka the most streaming man in Fragcom. We just got through doing 8 nights of streaming, a bunch of new fragrances, and I'm so excited to get you guys started on some content. Thank you for tuning in. If you are new to this channel and you think you might like it, well, come on in, baby. Hit the like and subscribe. Join the Fatboy family. We love to have you. And if you're an Eagles fan, fly Eagles fly, baby. What a game yesterday. Got my old school Kelly Green on. I haven't got my new one in yet. It should be here in a couple of days. But my Eagles looked really good last night, and my Alabama won too. And the Phillies are about to go to the World Series. Great day for me to be a sports fan. But if you are new, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Make sure you get notifications, because you're always going to get content of some sort from me all the time. All right. Do not forget about the road to 5K. In order to be qualified, you must be a subscriber, and you must leave a comment that includes the words 5K. That's how you get entered. Every video that we're doing now up until we hit it, which will be New Year's Eve. We have until New Year's Eve to hit it. We got to get the 5K. We're about 500 something away. I know we can do it. Let's keep on. So we're less than 400, about 420 away actually. We can get there. Thank you for the support from all my subscribers. We really appreciate it. All right, let's get all up in this review. And you know how we do it on this Bougie versus Budget Day. You're gonna love this one. Let's get into it. And you know how we do it. No edits, no do-overs. All I ever need, baby, is one take. And one take, and I always get it right. Fatboy Fragrance Review starts now. We are back, and the fragrance that we will be discussing today, the two fragrances, one is a juggernaut in the fragrance world, has been cloned by so many fragrance clone houses. They all have the one thing in common: they're all pretty, you know, $30 or more for a good sized bottle. If there is a drawback, sometimes the clone houses, the prices do get a little higher than, say, a designer clone house. All right. Before we do this, though, I want to say, if you want to sample these, we still got the sale going on. It ends on 10/25, which is on the 25th at midnight. It will end. We have promo codes are up on the fatboyfragrance.com store. We've added over 80 new fragrances, 2 new houses. More details on those houses I'll be reviewing this week. But going over to fatboyfragrance.com, we are fully dedicated to giving you guys the best decant sampling fragrance experience you could ever have. Fastest shipping. Great prices and great deals, and such an eclectic collection of fragrances you can try. Going over to fatboyfragrance.com, where the customer is always right. Thank you so much for the support y'all showing the channel and the fragrance site, because that's how I make my living. That's when it comes to fragrances. That's how I stay show free and pay for everything and give you honest opinions. All right, so let's go ahead and get up in the reviews today. This Bougie versus Budget. Here's how the Bougie versus Budget works. We got a Bougie fragrance that's either very expensive, hard to get, or just plain old, just out of the market price for most people. And then we got a Budget that's designed to be just like it, but at a friendly price. All right, so the one we're going to be talking about today, the Bougie fragrance, and I'm almost out, and I plan to refill this one when I get to Nashville in December, and that is Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim, the first Louis Vuitton I ever bought. That's how much is left in there. Don't have any of this for sampling, though. I will after December. You can go, when you buy the big bottle of Louis Vuitton, you can go into a Louis Vuitton store and they will refill it for you for $100 less than what it would cost on the website. And because they've raised the prices on that, that's a big deal. I need to refill that one and also refill my Imagination, which is one of the best fragrances in my collection. So yeah, I've got some work to do. And so we definitely need to restock these and get them back in the store, and they're great to wear. But this will set you back for a big bottle like this, over $400. The smaller bottles would look like this one right here. Will set you back about $300 or $300. So these are well expensive fragrances. This is a designer house, but Louis Vuitton has always stuck to the guns on prices. It's very hard to find any Louis Vuitton discounted on a discounter site. This doesn't happen, and you're always gonna pay for it. Even a 10 ml decant's like $70, so it's not cheap. Okay, so here is Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim, one of the best summer fragrances you'll try. I love it. It's a lot like Bulgari's Tiger. It's a few notes, it just delivers, and it's really nice. It's got a gorgeous citrus opening and a beautiful aromatic dry down. And it's going up against this fragrance I found on Fragrance by Canada when I made my big haul the other day. And you can go back and check out that video, the link is below. When I got it, I knew what I was getting when I looked at the bottle. But it never said it was a clone. I couldn't find anything on Fragnatica about it. So when I bought this on Fragrance by Canada, now when you go into Fragrance by Canada, it actually says that it is a clone of Afternoon Swim. But theirs was called Luciano's, from Luciano. It's Eau de Parfum Concentrate, and it's called Sunset Swim. And there, if you want to compare the bottles, you can see that what they were going for. This is a 200 ml, this is a 100 ml. This, like I said, will set you back. The Bougie will, about $450, something like that. This one, the 100 ml, will set you back, I think it's 25 to 30 bucks. That's it. Super cheap. And cheap doesn't mean it's always going to win against this contest. I've still picked the Bougies over the clones, just because the Bougie was just so much better and the clone was very disappointing. I wore this immediately, compared them both, got my full feelings on this one. So let's go ahead and get up in it. There's 3 categories when it comes to this list. When I judge them on, I judge them on first impressions in the air. How close does it smell to the OG? And on the skin, first impressions. Second one is longevity. Which one does the Bougie still perform better, or is the budget a better performing fragrance? And thirdly, how close is it overall in the overall experience? So let's go. The overall experience and the time will be something that I have already done. But I love to do the first impressions in real time, because sometimes you just, when you walk away from a fragrance for a couple of days, you put it back on, you find subtle nuances about it again. So let's go ahead and do that now. One more good look at the bottles. There is Afternoon Swim. It has a magnetic cap, and it's refillable. And then you have Sunset Swim. Doesn't have a magnetic cap, but it's a solid bottle. It's a nice bottle, and it looks great on the shelf. All right, so here we go. We're gonna spray Sunset Swim right here, and on the watch hand, as usual, we always put the Bougie. That way we keep up with it. Let's check out the atomizer. All right. I have done all the Bougie versus budgets. I have them in the link below. On the fragrances that were that I've done that were clone houses that were clones of this one, I compared them. I'll leave the link below so you can check it out. Man, that smells good in the air. All right, here we go on the skin. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and compare them. In the air, they both smell amazing. I don't really see a difference in the air. Let's see on the skin what we get here. What's so funny is that this one smells better, a little fruitier. This one has that harshness, which is part of the grapefruit note. In there, you can tell that the difference in ingredients, okay? Quality ingredients to okay ingredients. But it doesn't hurt the overall smell of it. As far as I would say how close they are, I would say that Sunset Swim is probably easy. It's gotta be at least 90%, 90, 92, 93% close to being on the opening. And that's a big deal. What that means for you is that puts it up there, right up there with Alexandria's Afternoon Splash. They were like a 95. So overall, the performance is there. I mean, not the performance, but the opening is pretty much almost identical. It's a little bit more, the grapefruit's a little more pronounced on the opening here, and it's not as pronounced as on this one. Now, where we see the success in most fragrances, I'll go into in a second, but first, let's go ahead and talk about the performance now. All right, so this is not a great performing fragrance already. Alexandria performs good, Dua's performs better, and Central Sessions performs better than both of these. But I usually only get like 3 to 4 hours out of this, so I'm lucky. And this one, I actually closed in about 6-7 hours out of this bad boy. So that puts it right up there with Alexandria as far as the longest lasting one. This was a one spray. I could still smell it on my hand. I mean one spray setting. I had sprays 3 or 4 times on my hand to keep up with this one. And the only reason I resprayed was because I wanted to kind of keep the same continuity going when it came to the dry down and the mid. Now, so overall, the budget so far, anything over 90, it's gonna win in the opening as far as being close. It definitely kills it in performance. It's a more performant fragrance. I do not know if this is an eau de parfum concentrate or not, but I know this one is. Okay, the last one. How close is it overall in the dry down? And I tell you what, baby, this one nails it. From the dry down to the opening to the mid, it is close enough, around 95, 93%. Let's give it a final score about 94% there. The biggest differences you won't notice that much. You just have to really be good about picking it out and have to own the real one to really pick it out. But what separates this one, and we're gonna call it now, it's over. The budget is definitely worth it over the Bougie. What separates this one from all the other clone houses is the same reason that we talked about with Blue Tarothy, which is probably top 2. Black Panther's still better, but Blue Tarothy is the best buy. This one is also one of the best you can get, and it's also one of the best clones you can get of it as far as how close it smells. It actually outperforms the OG, and it's less than 30 bucks. So that's a win-win. Take it to the bank. Get this one. You will not be disappointed. This is the new hit of the bunch. You heard it here first. I'm calling it. Your boy got it first. He's bringing it to your attention. Luciano's Sunset Swim can easily replace Afternoon Swim. No problem. And you'll actually get a better performance of it. And you'll save like $400. All right, baby. That's all the time I got. I hope you enjoyed it. We're back doing videos. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay well. And if you smell good and you feel good, then baby, it's going to be all good. Fatboy Fragrance Reviews is out.